effort to hope that the grass will actually live when we plant it. So those are all scheduled to be completed in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Any questions for me? Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Entertain a motion.
So moved. To approve.
Motion by Steve to approve.
I'll second.
By Jim. Motion by Steve and a second by Jim to approve. Any further discussion? Okay. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next is the approval of claims as recommended by the Finance Committee. Those claims are in the amount of $237,834.79, and that does include 2 of 3 pay estimates to Heartland Asphalt totaling $91,320.32. Do I have a motion to approve the claims?
So
Motion by Diane. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion on the claims? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next on the agenda is consideration of approval and adoption of resolutions and ordinances. First is Resolution 2012-37, a resolution of support and financial commitment for the Main Street Hampton program in Iowa. I don't see Brooke. Brooke is not here, so Ron, did you?
Yes, I can go through this. Resolution 2012-37, a resolution of support financial commitment for the Main Street program in Hampton, Iowa. Whereas an agreement between the Iowa Economic Development Authority, Main Street Program in Hampton, Iowa, and the City of Hampton, Iowa for the purpose of continuing Main Street Iowa program in Hampton, Iowa. And whereas this agreement is pursuant to the contractual agreements between the National Trust for Historic Preservation and the Iowa Economic Development Authority to assist in the revitalization of the designated Main Street project area of Hampton, Iowa. And whereas the City Council of Hampton, Iowa endorses the goal of economic revitalization of the historic commercial district within the context of preservation and rehabilitation of its historic buildings and supports the continuation of the Main Street four-point approach as developed by the National Trust for Historic Preservation and espoused by Main Street, Iowa. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hampton, Iowa, meeting in regular session on August 28th, 2012, that the City of Hampton, Iowa hereby agrees to support both financially and philosophically the work of Main Street program in Hampton and designates the Greater Franklin County Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors to supervise the program director. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Do I have a motion on to approve the resolution?
I move we approve.
Okay.
Second.
A motion by Jim and a second by Steve to approve the resolution. Any further discussion? Okay. Eckhart?
Aye.
Crowley?
Aye.
Davies?
Aye.
Arms?
Aye.
Lucas Myers absent. Motion carries. Next is ordinance number 335. This is the final reading of an ordinance amending Chapter 69 of the Hampton Municipal Code of 2009 by adding additional section thereto providing area for limited parking. And we can read that ordinance aloud if we have a request for that, or Ron, if you just want to go ahead.
Yeah, it's brief here.
Okay.
Chapter 69 of the Hampton Municipal Code of 2009 is hereby amended by adding thereto new subsections to section 69.08, adding number 14 and number 15 as follows. 14, First Street Northwest, west side of the street, 65 feet south right of way of 12th Avenue Northwest, no parking. Number 15, First Street Northwest, east side of the street, 65 feet south of the south right of way of 12th Avenue Northwest, no parking. Thank you, Mayor.
Ron? Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Okay. Motion by Steve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Diane to approve the ordinance. Any further discussion? Okay. Hearing none. Roll call vote. Crowley?
Aye.
Arms?
Aye.
Davies?
Aye.
Eckhart?
Aye.
Lucas Myers absent. Motion carries. Next is the consent agenda, and that includes to approve the previous minutes as drafted from the Tuesday, August 14th, 2012 regular session. Schedule the next regular session for Tuesday, September 11th, 2012 at 5:30 p.m. in City Council chambers, and the approval of renewal of alcohol licensing for Carol's Flower Box, 116 2nd Avenue Northwest in Hampton, Iowa. Do I have a consent agenda? So moved.
Second.
Motion by Craig and second by Steve. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Next up is staff reports. Police Chief Bob Schaefer.
Thank you, Mayor, City Manager, and Council. Things have been going pretty smoothly. Still having a small problem with some vandalism in the area. Again, I encourage any residents that see something to report it. I also think that we might have somebody that is basically trying to assist in getting rid of the wood at the wood dump, because I believe that in talking with the fire chief that somebody lit that on fire again. Again, that's kind of a hard spot for us to go and kind of monitor, only because of the location, the gates being closed, locked, and then trying to get around in there. I did talk with Doug Tarr, was wondering if people were getting in from the trail, and he told me that there was rocks in place so that they would not be able to do that, so they must be walking in or somehow or other getting in there another way. Other than that, nuisance, have been working on that as well. There were 23 nuisance CRs from August 1st until the 13th. We do have 9 of those closed, and we do have 14 open. Those 14 that are open, I know that Corporal Morrison has been working on those, and I do know that there's probably going to be at least 1, if not 2 citations issued in reference to those, but otherwise things have been going pretty good as far as getting things cleaned up. And again, I encourage people to make sure that they do that. We had one resident that had appliances out in their yard, in the front anyway, and when the officer arrived, they knew exactly what he was there for. So, but encourage all the residents to help in going along with the enforcement. Other than that, anybody have any questions?
So you talked about a discussion you had with the fire chief, so is his assumption then that that fire at the compost site was intentional?
I believe so. He has no other reason why it would have started. You know, I did ask him with the dry conditions, somebody hauling brush out there or whatever and flick a cigarette in the back end of the truck, you know, is that possible that the thing would smolder long enough that, you know, that it would happen? The only thing is I think it's happened frequently enough that, you know, maybe one time, yeah, maybe, but this is the 3rd time that it's occurred, so.
Anything else for the chief? Thanks, Bob.
Okay, thank you.
Public Works Director Doug Tarr.
Thank you, Mayor. A few things here briefly. State Forester Emma Rumer will be attending a kickoff meeting for the newly appointed Hampton Tree Board that has been scheduled for Thursday, September 20th at 6 p.m. at City Council Chambers. They'll be putting together the agenda for the first go-around, and then after that the board can take over and make things happen there. That's kind of an exciting thing to announce. Water Department, if you've listened to the radio past couple days, we actually had what we thought originally was a main break yesterday just north of the intersection of 3rd Avenue Southwest and 1st Street Southwest. It ended up being a service leak, and the bad side about that is you know, the property owners basically are responsible for paying for those repairs. However, but even worse is we found it actually was a lead service line, and lead is basically, I'm sure they're going to pop up here and there once in a great while, but Clean Water Drinking Act, it was 1975, you know, basically says no lead. So if I just want to remind citizens that, you know, you might want to, I know there's expense to it, but you may want to take a look at your water service. If you do have a lead line for a water service, there really is a potential for a health issue if you have that. Just as a reminder, if anything else, folks, lead can be pretty harmful to you in the right amounts. Next is Ron and I met with Tom Madden, and some of the local emergency responders to discuss the water tower project. Then we also had a bit of a kickoff meeting, so to speak. The contractor is available by phone for our meeting, and we don't have any solid dates yet, but the anticipated date that they'll be mobilizing in would be as soon as the 6th or 7th of September here, and I anticipate that project getting rolling. Once the tower's offline, it'll be offline for 35 days. We emphasized project completion date on time. They are actually able to mobilize in on the 1st of September and chose not to do that. So, however, Ron and I did let them know that be ready, you need to hit the date on this thing because it is very important. So anyway, those are some of the hotter topics we've had, and does anybody have any questions or concerns, anything out and about? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Doug. Rhonda?
There's going to be a letter going out to all water customers regarding the water tower project and some things that everyone might experience. The plan is that the pressure, there shouldn't be much notice in a drop in pressure, but in heavy use times it might happen. So I encourage everyone to read the letter. It's got good information in it. Anybody has any questions, contact City Hall. That letter's going out August 31st. And then just a reminder again, city services will meet at 4:30 on September 4th and F&P 5:30 on September 4th. That's all I have unless anybody has any questions.
Thanks, Ron. Council reports, Jim Davies, Ward 2.
I'd like to congratulate Val on her appointment. Looking forward to working with you. Continue to hear many good comments about Progress Park and the improvements there. That's really nice to see that park being used. And just wanted to mention that the Hampton Historic Preservation Commission's next meeting is Wednesday, September 5th at 5:30 p.m. here in City Council chambers. And that's all. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Dan Crowley, Ward 3.
The only thing I have is I wanted to thank both applicants for their interest. We certainly appreciate it.
Okay. Craig Eckhart, Ward 4.
Thank you, Mayor. I too would like to congratulate Val. Look forward to working with you, and I think that you'll find it enjoyable and definitely challenging at times, but it's a well-positioned. I wish you the best. Like Jim too, I would like to comment on Progress Park. I see lots of people using it. I thought, however, the first injury would be up here at the skateboard park, but it turns out it was a tennis court with Councilman Davies. So much for that. And last, I'd like to thank Cindy Johnson. She's going to be retiring at the end of this week as the director of the Franklin County Alcoholism Service Center. That's an association or an organization that the city has partnered with and funded for a good many years. They touch countless people. She's always provided a quarterly report on time, every time to this council and prior councils too. But big asset in our community. Larry Fanning will be taking over that position, and wish them both the best of luck and everything. And last, Mayor, is to wish everybody a happy holiday and be safe.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Craig. And Steve Arms, at large.
I want to congratulate Val as well, and I kind of echo a little bit about Cindy Johnson and the Alcoholism Center. At one time, there was a great number of those centers in the state of Iowa. There's 50, and as I understand now, that's the last one left, is the one we have. And they've helped a lot of individuals through the years, so I certainly hope it continues. That's all I have.
Thank you, Steve. And all I have is, of course, congratulations to Val as well, and I just want to remind folks, including Val, that if she would like to seek that position for a more permanent spot, that it'll be on a write-in basis, because we did not receive any applications or any forms for anybody to be on the ballot, so that would be on a write-in campaign. So congratulations again, and we'll be swearing you in here in just a moment. Unless you've got a report you want to give.
Not yet. I'll hold off.
Okay. Other than that, we set record time here, so you guys want to like shoot the breeze about football or no? Okay. Take a motion.
We adjourn.
Okay. All right. All in favor of adjourning at 6:02?
Aye.
Thank you.